The head coach of this new team is Eric Spoelstra. Shooting guard at 6'6", number 14, Daniel Green. The other guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 9, Rajon Rondo. At center, 6 feet 10 inches, number 39, Dwight Howard. The power forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 3, Anthony Davis. Starting at the other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 23, LeBron James. Your home team head coach is Frank Vogel. Let's hear for your Los Angeles starters.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring Los Angeles as they go up against Miami. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at Los Angeles. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
So here is Miami's starting group. Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. And for Los Angeles, we've got Green. Anthony Davis is out there with LeBron James. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Howard in at the center position. Here's James. Offensive rebound. Here's Davis. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
All length there from AD. The assertive attitude. And it just makes him such a handful on the offensive glass.
Here's Nunn. He's covered by Rondo. And it's sent back by Howard. James wide open. The shot, no good. And Miami the other way now. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Yeah, and they put up a goose egg last year when they played this team twice.
Now here's Rondo. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Here's Nunn after Rajon Rondo's bucket. The 9-foot shot. Adebayo with the bucket. Many players on their best behavior to start the year. Do things get more chippy as the season goes on?
If you were in a marriage, Kevin, let's say, and you are, let's say you had what's called the honeymoon phase.
Yes.
Right around December, that's about your 5th year of marriage. And guys start to think about, you know what, I keep seeing you every day, and I don't like how it is that I'm playing, and I don't like where we are right now. It's cold in this gym. What is going on? That might spill over occasionally to competition on the floor.
Well, because my wife plays this game, watches our broadcast,
yeah.
I'm always in the honeymoon stage.
I'm looking at you, Kevin, and I cannot believe you just said that.
I can't believe she's playing it. And stolen by James. From deep. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. 5th, Jimmy Butler.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Nunn passes to Jones. Now here's Adebayo. The layup missed.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And this is Butler's bread and butter. The mid-range J is on point. You got to D him up better than that.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
Here's James. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Green, no luck. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, jumps up and slam dunk by Butler.
Yeah, and Butler is a menace to the defense, partner. I don't think that was a petty or a Manny. That was a facial.
Here's LeBron. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Bulls in Chicago. Outside Rondo. Pass to Howard. Jones against Davis. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. Jay Crowder's checked in for Miami. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
Pass to Adebayo. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Los Angeles trails by 4. James outside. Down low. McGee finds Rondo. James outside. 5 on the clock. LeBron is doubled. Crowder with the steal. Butler goes in, and he banks in the layup. Butler's got 8 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Frank Vogel. And Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he said for them to prevail, they've got to be stout in the post and close off those driving lanes. If they fail to do those two things, it could be a very long night. And to be honest, it didn't sound like he thought they could.
Thank you, David. Robinson misses. Los Angeles trails by 4. On the wing, James. Back to Rondo. From downtown. And it's Miami with the rebound. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's James. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. They kick it out to Green. 17 seconds left to play here in the first. On the wing, Green. Good, and the assist goes to James.
This is what Green brings to the offense, the unwavering confidence to rise up and hit threes.
Nunn passes to Robinson. A 3-pointer off the mark. With the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Miami leads by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave's team.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Morris. Then there's Dion Waiters. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's LeBron in at the 1. Here's Dragic, following the basket by LeBron James. And Olynyk kicks to Dragic. From outside, off the mark. And Los Angeles guys shooting around 40% from the floor here. Here's James. That one's good, just his third make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
LeBron sometimes will show him off. The handle's right there, pretty sick, slicing up the defense that time.
Dragic against LeBron. Now here's Olynyk. He's tightly guarded. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And you have to tip your cap to Kuzma. He absorbs contact well and knows how to adjust his shot.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Howard's checked in. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Now here's Leonard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Iguodala, the pass to Leonard. Looking to end the run. It's deflected. Kuzma against Iguodala. They get the rebound. Kuzma, that's good. Kuzma's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Hero. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Dragic against James. 2 points. That one goes. James has got 8.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Miami. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Shots good by Waiters.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Well, Dion Waiters, the epitome of a player that can shoot you in or out of a game. Very hit or miss night to night.
Yeah, the thing about Dion is he's got a very short memory, Kevin, so he'll continue to fire it up there and try to make an impact in the game offensively. You're either on Waiters Island where it's full of life on nights where he's hitting it, or it's completely deserted and there's no point in going.
Here's Waiters following the score by Miami. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Olynyk.
Well, we know about him being the 4th overall pick in the draft, and Waiters still trying to find a role on this team.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford. There's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
Now here's Olynyk, following the miss by Kyle Kuzma. No good from Dragic. Kuzma against Jones. lobbed up there for Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
You have to get in front of Dwight Howard. When he has that kind of room to soar, he's going to finish alley-oops with style.
From the arc. But they get it back. And Olynyk kicks to Dragic. Good ball movement here by Miami. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Silva. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. There's 1:26 left in the first half of basketball. That's tipped. Oh, and here comes Dragic all alone. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now it's just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, there's no doubt that Dragic is a weapon in the open court. He's also a lockdown defender who could come away with crucial steals.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Davis comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Green in for Rajon Rondo. Now here is McGee. 8 points his last outing. Left side Davis. Just 4 to shoot. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Count it. And that's 12 points for Butler.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They push it up 4 on 3. Floats it up for Butler. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Butler always looking to find that alley-oop. Just throw it his way, and he'll handle the rest.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Here's Waiters. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
To the inside. Here's Crowder. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and guys for Los Angeles, Kenny, what do you think?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the...
Thanks for joining us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game it's been so far. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
On the floor for Miami, they've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point. Los Angeles on D. Right side, Butler. He dishes it to Jones.
And with AD roaming around like a great white shark, smells blood in the water, makes the defense think twice.
LeBron passes to Rondo. With the teardrop, and it's good on the layup. Rondo's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Los Angeles.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained, Brent, all along, he was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set, and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position, he seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin.
And it's slammed in by Howard.
I mean, it looks simple, but LeBron makes it look that way, Kevin.
Outside Butler. Passes it to Adebayo. And Davis sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Davis. Shot clock at 5. And Jones with the stuff.
A good pass to an offense, then great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
James looking around. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Butler on the way. And he lobs it up toward the rim and stolen by LeBron. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, not a road runner with his speed, but Green really has an understanding of how to execute and get wide on the break.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Brett, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had for the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely, from year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. James dishes to Morris. Outside Rondo. In the corner, it's James. 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. Again, Los Angeles.
I mean, again, LeBron James has been doing this for so long, knocking down that mid-range jumper.
Dragic finds Leonard. Uncovered. And another basket for Miami. Los Angeles calls timeout. And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Markieff Morris. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Waiters in for Green. And Waiters kicks to Kuzma. Back to Waiters. A rebound by Iguodala. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Miami. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
How about Iguodala's focus on that play? That was amazing. Didn't let the defense get to him one bit.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Waiters passes to LeBron. Can't hit from in close. For Miami, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Iguodala is such a tough cover, very physical, and uses his body well that time to get the foul.
For Miami, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
He hits the second from the line.
Iguodala's leadership is really unsurpassed. Steve Kerr calling him the adult in the room. His teammates definitely listen and respect all things that he offers up.
Now here's Waiters. He's got 5. Kuzma outside. The pass to James. Los Angeles with another miss. And Miami shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
A tight game here in Cleveland. We're playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Los Angeles with another miss. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Iguodala. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on LeBron James.
Using his height perfectly on the inside. Iguodala making the D get physical with his play.
For Miami, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. And that one falls for Iguodala. And he can't hit the second.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Pass to Kuzma. Lays it up off the glass. Kuzma's got 7 points.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Here's Leonard. Not going to go that time. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Iguodala. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds in the game. LeBron left side. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. They get Andre Iguodala.
You see LeBron just shrug off that contact there. It's like nothing even hit him.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw, no good for LeBron. Miami trails by 3. Robinson for 3. And James pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Waiters. Rejected by Crowder. Here's Nunn. Covered by LeBron. And stolen by James. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
Robinson for 3. Can't connect. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Los Angeles on top as they... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
And that's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. JaVale McGee is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Howard. And it's Green in at the shooting guard. Here's James. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Miami the other way. Adebayo finds Butler. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And the first one drops.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
And so Butler nails both of them. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 1. Here's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. James has got 9 points here in the second half.
Uh-oh. It's one of those nights for LeBron James, just setting the place on fire right now.
Fires from 14. Robinson, that's good. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Green. James outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
He could be a tricky cover. The defense gets caught overreacting, and Green takes advantage.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Green.
And such an important contributor to his team's success over the years. It's amazing that Green was a second-round pick and coming out of a big school at that.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris comes in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Jones checked in for Miami. And the wide-open shot from Green. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And Los Angeles leads by 6. James against Butler. The shot, no good. LeBron with some nice D. Robinson against Green. Pass to Nunn. Lets it go with the 3. Here's Adebayo. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. LeBron with the bucket. James has got 11 points here in just the second half.
Defensively, that's what you're trying to prevent, and LeBron James is too good.
A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Tuesday, they head out on the road to face the Suns in Phoenix. And the first one at the line is good. And Miami making a change here. Dragic is checked in. And so Butler nails both of them. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lets a floater go. Rondo, no good. Miami trails by 6. Butler, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. James, no good. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. The shot will not fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Green passes to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Just a stellar effort from Anthony Davis, sprinting down the floor, one of the fastest bigs in the league, and he gets rewarded.
Now a timeout called by Miami. You look at James, what a contribution.
They gotta be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, we know what side he's on.
Los Angeles with another miss. Miami trails by 8. And it's Butler missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're in front by 8. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Green. Back to Rondo. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Miami trails by 8. Dragic kicks to Butler. Fires from deep. That shot missing.
And it's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Dragic with a wide open look. It's good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
That's an incredible play from Goran Dragic. What a shot.
And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Butler finds Dragic. Off target from outside. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And Howard with the stuff.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Robinson for 3. Rebounded by Howard. And here is James.
Miami foul. That's his second personal foul. At the line, LeBron James.
He drops the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Even with all of the impressive number of seasons under his belt, LeBron James retains this kind of remarkable drive and competitive spirit.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.